Are we live? Can I be heard?
We are. I can
Yeah.
see it usually to the guests on our stream
I'm
very
cursed.
often.
I'm cursed. I just wanted to make sure. Welcome to the Better Than Heroes stream. This is a special episode tonight. We are playing a game that I made up. I made it up with the help of my girlfriend. We were walking our dogs, and she said, "Hey, it'd be cool if there's a role-playing game where you were a dog or a cat." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that would be cool." And so I made it. And it's on Kickstarter right now. If you want to check it out, this is like a mock-up of it. And I'm very excited with our player guests we have this evening. We'll just get right into it. Our first guest, he's normally the dungeon master on our Better Than Heroes stream, which you can find right here on this Twitch channel. But tonight he's a player and he's also running the stream, doing double duty. Thanks for joining us, Harlan Kelly.
Hi, it's me. Right now I'm realizing that it says Claire. I'm Claire Grant on the screen here. So just so everyone knows,
It's okay.
I'm not
fix
Claire
it.
Grant. But yes, hi. I'm Harlan.
Thanks for test driving this. It's been test driven before, but thank you for playing on stream. Tell us what kind of character you're playing tonight, and maybe give us like a little snapshot of their daily life.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Captain. Spent a lot of time doing a lot of nothing. I'm playing a very old basset hound, so I'm a hound for the purposes of this game. And yeah, he's a super like bloodshot, low hanging eyes. He thinks a lot about something before he does it. And that's Captain. It's CAPN, Captain with a abbreviated.
Love it.
So yeah,
That's great. All right, our next player, you might know him as the game master behind Stream of Blood, which is a fantastic streaming channel. He's also an amazing comedian and a good bud. Thank you, Jared Logan, for doing the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little about your character.
My character, hi, thanks for having me. My character is named Hooper, and he is a Boston Terrier. Boston Terriers are known for being a very focused and relentless, which is why he has a high focus skill. They were bred to hunt rats in garment factories, but Hooper actually has the talent rat friend. He is a friend of the rats. And so I think that Hooper's day is he kind of runs around. First of all, I think Hooper he got lost, or, he is a pedigreed dog. I think at some point he got lost. Somewhere out there, there's an owner who lost Hooper. But Hooper spends his days in and among like old buildings and factories, working with the rats to find food all the time. So they help him, he helps them, and he is a master of getting across the street as well. That's one of his other talent is careful eye. He is a master of crossing streets and highways,
Which is a very important skill in this game, as we may or may not find out. That's great. I love it. What a twist. What a twist on the Boston Terrier. And our final player, last but not least, I met this player playing on Stream of Blood. We played a number of games in the fantastic Neptune Society game, and kind of like an ongoing saga that ended when my character died after unleashing a horrible evil onto the world. And this person knew that my character died, but was such a good role player, she went back to look for him anyway because her character didn't know where he was, and she knew it would be a death sentence, and she did it anyway. It was fantastic role playing, and I was like, oh, I got to have her on this show. She's an actress. She recently finished 2 movies, one of which will be coming out soon, called Deadly Love Letters, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you, Clare Grant, for doing the show.
Thanks.
And yeah, tell us a little about the animal you'll pick. I guess I should have said up top that this game is about stray animals in case somebody just signed on. They're like, where's the elves and dwarves? No, tonight everyone's being a stray animal.
So I'm being a cat. My name is Meow Face. And I got that name because Meow Face is like like the head boss of her area, and she spends her whole day patrolling her area and letting all of the other cats and all of the other animals and anyone else who wants to like step on her turf know that she's the boss. And she's got these her special skills are attention hog and stalker, and I liked attention hog because it means that like she's so cute and she's so manipulative. It's her thing to be cute and manipulative and then like scratch you up, which is how we got Meow Face, because she gets you to like love her, and as soon as she gets close to your face she scratches it. So
Nice.
she's mean like that.
Classic
And
cat.
classic cat. And then of course she has the stalker one where she can move soundlessly when she wishes, which is good for when she stalk kills.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I in addition to their stats, every character has unique talents that they can use. Captain, what are your talents? Before I forget. I'm just curious.
My two talents are tough and yowler. There's another word in there that I can't remember right off the top of my head. What is it?
It's like the power howler where
Power
you have a howl
howler.
that can
There we
bird
go.
up to a mile away. Cool.
I solely
I'm
picked
excited. No player has ever chose it before.
I solely picked it because it had such a cool name, and then I couldn't even remember the name. But yeah, Power Howler is
Cool.
absolutely
And tough. I love it. And that sounds that I feel like a basset hound could really howl. Cool. I'm just jotting these down, so hopefully I can it'd be
Harlan,
great to have scenarios.
you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I know, Jim Logan.
I'm just adding comedy and humor to the stream.
Thank you. Great. So yeah, I love these characters. We can kind of cover the game basics as we play. I don't want to bog it down too much. We can just get right into the adventure. Without needing to do too much stitching amongst you, you all are part of a general crew that lives downtown, kind of a group, and there's usually a fourth member of your crew, this very dingy Pomeranian named Rossi. She's like the color of mud, kind of, and pretty old, and usually she comes around every morning and you can count on seeing her, but she hasn't shown up for 3 consecutive days now, which is kind of in your world, a troubling amount of time. Like one night, a dog or cat doesn't show up for one night, you're like, they just got into a good dumpster and fell asleep in there or something. But 3 days is a worrisome amount of time.
I like the insinuation that in the human world, losing someone for 3 days is like, they'll turn up.
Yeah, they'll be back. Yeah, they needed their space, But in this world, it is a big deal.
Yeah, they probably got hit by the pound or a car or stolen. Dog napped.
Well, what do I know about Rossi? Where does Rossi hang out? What's the day in the life of Rossi?
I'll have you do a memory roll just so we can explain how the rolls work. But so to do a skill check, you're just going to roll 2d6. You're going to add those 2d6 together, and you're going to add whatever skill you have in memory, which if memory serves me, is 0. So you won't be adding anything to the roll.
That's right. And do you know is there a target number I'm trying to hit?
There is. There's a range of target numbers, and for an outright success, you want to try to hit a 9.
Okay.
But if you land on a 6 or an 8, you get these sort of uncertain circumstances, which I'm a big fan of, which can either be a partial success with a complication or a failure, but with a means of success.
Here's what I'm going to do every time I roll the dice.
Thank you.
That's a 10.
Wow. So yeah, great. So
Boy.
you know Rossi very well. I just made you roll just for the sake of going through the mechanic right up top, but she usually doesn't go that far away. She's pretty old, and she's kind of content with the scraps that are left over when bolder dogs and cats bring things back. So you can kind of usually expect to find her here in your alley. If not here, then like nearby. She's very small. She's like a little Pomeranian mix. She's just like quite small, kind of fragile, and it's unlike her to not be around.
You guys seen Rossi lately?
No.
I could ask the rats.
I hate it when you ask the rats. It freaks me out. But it is useful, so... And I haven't seen her. So it might be rat time.
They are a repugnant, hoary, eldritch race, the rats.
Wow, well, now you're just taking this in another direction, buddy.
Their minds are not like ours, but still, they can be our allies if we treat them with respect. And I will speak the ancient language of the rats to them, squeaking.
Also points to Jared for working in something eldritch, maybe in the first 10 minutes of the show. So thank you.
I have a very limited vocabulary.
Yeah, I only know the word icker, so...
There aren't any rats in your immediate alley because there are other creatures in your immediate vicinity that are not rat friends, like this cat right next to you.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll need to go find a rat, and you can find a rat either by giving me a sniff roll, which is where you use your nose to uncover all kinds of information, or I'll let you give me a focus roll.
I think I'll use focus because I'm better at that.
Okay. You can also do memory if you feel like it.
Memory I have 0 in, so I will try focus. I just know, I kind of know the locations they would basically be in, maybe. That time, it was a paltry 7.
7. So mixed, yes, kind of a mixed circumstance here. You remember the last time that you spoke with rats was behind a donut shop called Amelia's Donuts. They love to go there and get into the dumpster for the thrown out donuts from the day before.
You guys want to go over to the donut shop and see if we can find some rats to talk to?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to stand by. I don't really want to get next to those filthy little creatures.
Yeah, Meowface, I need you to stay out of sight, all right?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to talk to me if you're, out there.
Hissing at them?
Hissing, yeah. All right, follow me. And be careful when you're crossing the street.
Yeah, there is a street that you're going to have to cross to reach Amelia's Donuts, and it's morning rush hour, so there's a decent amount of traffic. It's not that busy of a street, but it is pretty busy. So to cross the street, there's a few options you can do. You could just run for it if you want, and you can give me a speed roll, and we'll see how lucky it may be. Or one of you has the talent Careful Eye, which is Hooper. And so you have advantage on focus rolls about crossing the street. So if Cooper wanted to take point, what's that?
How does advantage work?
Great question. Harlan, can you pop up the advantage rule and we can go over it? So when you have advantage on a roll, when you roll those 2d6, you can take the lower of the two rolls and re-roll it, and then you can choose which one to take. So it's not a huge advantage because you're only re-rolling half the roll, but the advantages pop up more often in this game, so it's a little bit more subtle.
All right, so I could take point, and that would help the other animals cross?
If you wanted to. I mean, like if they agreed to it. I don't know how these animals are. For all I know, Meowface just likes to run out into the street and isn't gonna like hold up.
She does.
And listen to you. Okay.
She doesn't need help from a dog.
So
Meowface,
it's all in how you all want to do it.
Careful, what are you doing?
Yeah, you want to run out there, Meowface?
I do.
All right, give me a speed roll and we'll see how fast you run across the street.
Oh shit. 12.
Ooh, very fast. Super fast. So yeah, as you all kind of approach this the street with the morning rush hour, and I'm sure Hooper's kind of like, getting ready to dictate when it's safe. This cat just like in a flash is already across the street.
Yep.
Telling you, they're crazy, all of them. The
Boy.
phases of the moon affect their personality.
What? I can't hear you over the cars.
Nothing. You're good. Congratulations. We'll be right over.
Man, you gotta be careful there, Hooper. Someday you're gonna say something. You're gonna get bit.
Nah. She wouldn't bite me.
I don't know. I've seen her bite some tougher pups than you.
Nah. She knows what would happen. She knows who would win that fight. By the way, this is a tiny Boston Terrier. He's probably the exact same size as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you had the ability to go wall-eyed, Jared, and
Yeah.
really get into character. Yeah.
Well, let me keep drinking these IPAs, and I might be able to
Great.
do that for you. Okay, so I'm going to try my careful eye to get across the street.
Great. So you
here
just
I
give me
go.
a focus roll with advantage. So
Here we
you can
go.
take the lower of the 2 dice and re-roll it.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 and a 1, so I'm going to re-roll my 1.
Great.
There you go.
That time I got a 5.
Great. See?
So 11
Great.
altogether.
Yeah. So that turned what was an iffy result into a bona fide success. So you sit there and you wait, and then you can see. You probably don't have an exact understanding of how traffic systems work, but mysteriously enough, the cars have stopped, and it seems like there is a window to cross.
The silent time. We go now. I run across.
Man, every time I walk across the street, I'm like, this could be it for me.
You're very old.
Yeah,
At this point, you've had a good run.
Yeah, are there disadvantages in this game?
Yeah, you can end up rolling with disadvantage, but while you're crossing the street is a good time to talk about one of the negative consequences, getting hit by a car. In the game, you can become injured and you can become broken. And I don't know if you're able to show the character sheet there, Harlan. And some of these assets are like a work in progress. So the character sheet that comes with the game will probably not look like the one that we're about to show you, but it will be similar to that.
This is why we need your funding.
Yeah. Oh, the project is already backed. Everyone's going to get their copy of the game, which is super awesome. But yeah, like all the extra money is going into some fun bonus stuff. But as you can see on the character sheet, if it's pulled up there,
Not quite.
you
It's coming, but not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you roll for the body location that gets injured, and they're conveniently enough, the dice are next to each body location, so you can just see the relation of them. And then you get hurt in that. So let's say you fell off a ledge and you injured your hind leg, and then you wanted to run across the street again. The speed roll then would be with disadvantage because you have a hurt leg. You fell off a ledge. So
Right.
there are consequences. You don't have hit points, you don't have armor classes, anything like that, but there is a consequence system that culminates. If you take broken damage, you get brought to the pound. Well-intentioned folks will come and they'll take you and they'll bring you to the pound. And in the kind of all ages version of this game, when you're brought to the pound, you will be adopted in a secret amount of time. I'll roll dice and I'll know how long it takes before you get adopted, and then you're out of the game. It's a happy ending for your character, but a bummer because you have to make a new character. We're playing the grown-up alternate version where if you get taken to the pound, you get put down in a secret amount of days that only I know, and you have that much time to either escape or be rescued by your buds or get adopted. People will come to visit the shelter, and you got to do tricks. You got to have manners. You have to use the skills in the charm section that no one wants to stat their dog or cat out with, and suddenly it becomes super important when you're in an adoption scenario. So we're playing hard mode tonight. We're playing the grown-ups mode, mainly because my daughter refuses to play it. So we have to try this mode. So that's sort of an overview of the consequences. And now we find you all on the other side of the street. And Amelia's Donuts is just down here on the corner. So, and there's an alley behind it, and you could just smell
So good.
the fragrant smell of those donuts being baked. No sniff roll required. You know that donut shop is over there.
Yeah, be careful. They get mad if you go in the back.
Maybe I just try to find some donuts while you're trying to find these rats.
Yeah, feel free, but people come and take the ones that are left over. So
They don't get mad at me. They feed me out the back.
what, they feed you? Really?
Yeah, I come over here every Thursday. It's great.
They don't
I
feed
give
you.
I give them an old and they give me the best bits of it.
Is your basset hound a little overweight?
He is he's surprisingly filled out for a street dog, you know?
He's getting those donuts.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a survivor.
I love it. So who's taking point as y'all are making your way down the sidewalk amidst the morning business commuters?
I mean, I'll just say that Mike, that Hooper always tries to take point, but people might push him out of that position. He's small enough that they could.
Now, Meowface doesn't want to take point on any sort of interaction with rats.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, we'll say that Hooper's kind of trotting along in front, and when you get to the alley, when you look in, you don't need to roll to see that there are rats down in this alley. They're in the dumpster. There's a rat on the ground. There's a rat on the side of the dumpster where the garbage truck arms go in there, and there's a rat on the top, and they're throwing chunks of donut down this sort of assembly line, and it's like disappearing in this like crack in the wall, and you can just see them sort of efficiently breaking down donuts and chucking them like a fourth of a donut at a time down the line.
All right, get ready, because I'm about to speak the language of the rats. And to you guys, it just sounds like I'm going like, but I'm in fact saying, brother, hello. Your great race has given many gifts to my people. I speak of one called Rossi. She is known to you as she is known to me. Do you know the whereabouts, or have you seen any significant events in your timeline involving Rossi? Rossi.
As soon as I love it so much. As soon as you kind of come around the corner, you talk to them, they freeze. They're like, "Oh shit, it's a dog!" And then, as you're like speaking their language, they're kind of like perplexed. And then you hear them kind of like reassure each other, like, "No, it's cool. He's one of us. Yeah, he's one of us. Yeah, it's that. He's the dog, the only dog. Well, all right." And they kind of like. Kind of assemble, and you ask them that question, and they kind of like confer, and they squeak, and like a couple more rats emerge out of that crack, and there's just kind of like a conference. And as they'll like take a break from talking to like chew a bite of donut, and they get back to conferring, and then the rat will come back, and he's like, "Yeah, we did see her. We did see her. The one called Rossi. That she's small, like our size. Yeah, we saw her. We saw her. Yeah, she went to the west side. We saw her. She crossed the bridge."
The bridge. Was anyone with her? Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Was anyone with Rossi? Did she travel with another individual?
No. I love that is the rat language, but then the rats, they talk like just regular idiots.
Well, maybe I'm like the person who goes to a foreign country and is like,
yeah,
listen,
you've overlearned the language.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a formal tense of rat language, and then there's the casual tense, which happens in the donut shop alley, and you're in the formal for sure. Yeah. They're like, "No, she wasn't with anybody. And we don't normally see dogs heading over to the west side, especially a tiny one like that. I don't know what she was doing."
She crossed the bridge, they say.
Yeah, the bridge to the west side. The big one.
Meowface, how do you think he learned how to do this? I've tried to talk to some rats before, and it just doesn't ever work out. They always run away from me.
There's got to be some kind of rat school. I mean, I just can't imagine he fucked a rat.
Yep. That seems when I've romanced ladies here and there throughout my life, I've kind of fallen into their interests. So I could see how this could maybe he's got he's just got an affection for him. I can see it.
For your information, sometimes in a cold night, yeah, I've laid among the rats. Was it a romantic or sexual relationship? You'd have to ask those rats. But I can tell you that if it was 6 or 7 at a time.
Now, Hooper, you should know yourself too. You should know yourself too, because it's not just about. I start just going down on a lecture, kind of like forgetting the point of what we're here to do, and like looking away from the rats. I'm like, it's different. This is and lecturing Hooper about his romantic life.
Yeah. Well, she crossed the bridge, so I guess we're going over the bridge.
I guess we're crossing the bridge.
Okay, gonna have to load up on a couple donuts first, if that's all right with y'all.
Yeah, one of those delicious bear claw things. That's exactly what I want.
Be careful, because the donuts that look like shit, they will kill you. So only eat the donuts that look like the side of a Labrador.
Okay.
It took me a second to get that joke because I'm pretty dumb.
It took me a second to tell it.
I like it. Yeah, as soon as you two kind of enter the alley, Meowface and Cap'n, the rats just like split. They just melt into that crack in the wall. So you have the alley kind of all to yourself. And if Meowface wants to get in the dumpster and retrieve treats, she can do that without needing to roll. That's not hard to do.
Great. She absolutely wants to do that. She needs to eat the donuts.
And I would like to. Captain would like to try and pull one of his old tricks, which is to whine and kind of like cry a little bit out here, and see if I can get anyone from the donut shop to come out and feed me.
I like that. Cool. Give me a tricks roll.
Okay. Cool.
That's so you. The player characters have 3 core energies: mental for all of the brain stuff, physical for physical feats, and then charm, which has the kind of intangibles like how cute they are, how good they are at tricks, and how well mannered they can be if they need to be. And yeah, these are sort of the interesting weird skills.
Yeah. So all right. Then I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see if is there anything I can do? I guess it's not built into the stats here. I am a loud howler, but that's just people can hear me from a long way away. I don't know if that's gonna help me. Up to a mile away.
So, well, there's 2 strategies you could employ. You could try to do a trick of like, I'm just an old basset hound just out here begging for a donut and roll the tricks. Or you could be a nuisance and think that maybe they'll give me a donut to go away because you're howling so loud that it's like reverberating inside the donut shop.
Look, I'm a basset hound. No, please tell me.
Or Meowface and Captain can work together, and once Captain gets the people out, Meowface can just roll up to them and like roll around and flop over on her belly and make them all fall in love. They'll just throw the donuts at her.
I like this. Kevin's like, yeah, okay. Power and numbers here. And he's going for just as loud as possible to make sure he's heard and it needs to be addressed, hoping that when one of them somebody comes out, then Meowface can do her thing.
Okay, great.
Hooper is just going to say, like, I showed you this place. I get 10% of each of your cuts. And then I run back around the other side of the dumpster.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, you don't need to roll to just belt out this howl. It just reverberates out of the alley. It seems to echo out into the city. And sure enough, it's loud. The back door of the donut shop bangs open. And a portly guy, kind of balding guy, comes out with like a sugar encrusted apron around his waist, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on back here? What are you doing out here, Mutt? You chasing the rats away for me?"
It's just
And then Meowface like starts by like rolling around on Captain and then comes up to the big portly man and just like weaves in between his feet and just meow meow and then like flops over and just starts rolling around.
Now, yeah, and you have this attention hog talent, and people can't resist giving you belly rubs. So yeah, sure enough, the guy's frown like as you plop over. He's like, "Oh, hell. I mean, yeah, you're probably covered with fleas and whatnot, but I'll give you a little scritch." And he's kind of like
Meow.
giving you a scratch and like, "Hey, I've never seen a cat. I've never seen a cat this friendly before. Hey, Robbie, bring me some of those some donuts we were gonna chuck out. You gotta come see this. Come see this cat. Usually a cat would just bite
Meow.
the shit out of me when I pet him here in the bed. Look at this cat."
Meow. And she just
Uh,
starts like purring.
And a younger guy comes out with a clear plastic garbage sack of donuts and sets it down, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a friendly cat. Let me give it a scratch there. Let me get in there." And they're kind of
Meow.
both scratching it and just totally ignoring you, Cap, and you just got this jackpot of donuts in a bag next to you, as they're just giving this cat attention.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna try and just grab a big old basset hound mouthful if they're giving them to her and not really paying attention to me now that I've stopped howling. Then
Yeah, they're cool. That they're just like enamored with petting this cat.
okay, cool.
So yeah, you don't even have to be sneaky about it. They brought
Okay.
him out. They're like, "Yeah, I think these two
Mission
are friends. They were just
accomplished.
out here. They think they chased the rats away. Yeah, you keep the rats out of the celly. We'll give you donuts."
Meow.
I guess I'll come around the corner and grab exactly 10%, 20% of the cut.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they'll finish scratching up Meowface, and they'll head back inside. You hear him get back to work. No sink, no running water. They just go right back to work.
Oh, filthy.
Good work.
Fleas in the
everybody.
donuts.
Good work. But now we gotta find Rossi.
All right, let's get over that bridge.
Let's go to that bridge.
Cool. Yeah, you know where the bridge to the west side is, and without a memory roll, you know about the west side. It is a downtown is no picnic, but the west side is much rougher and scrappier, more dangerous. Definitely not your crew's turf, and probably to some of you, largely uncharted territory. And the bridge to get over there, there is a large 4-lane parkway, which you will need to navigate to get to this bridge that goes over the river.
Okay.
Does it go through the woods
So-
or just over the river?
What's that?
Does it go
just
through
over-
the woods? Or just over the-
Nope, just over the river.
Okay.
Just over the river.
Just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Thank you. So Meowface, if you just wanted to bolt across, you can give me that
Yep.
speed roll.
Meowface wants
Wait,
to
my
bolt
yow
across.
face. Don't risk it. It's too dangerous.
Meowface epically fails.
Oh, okay. So, luckily, which is a great segue. Every character has a little bank of luck, which they can cash in to re-roll a roll in a situation. And cats, as it happens, they have slightly worse stats than dogs, but they have extra luck. Normally, a player just rolls 1d6, and that's their luck for the character's life. But cats get to start with 9 luck. They're particularly lucky with their 9 lives. So you do have luck to burn, Meowface, if you would like to, because yeah, you've critically failed trying to run across a 4-lane parkway and busy morning traffic. Feel free to cash in a luck if you want.
I'm changing my dice because those just failed me. What's a 5? That's also a failure. Can I use my luck again?
Yeah. And do you have a speed skill? Are you adding it to it?
No, but like
You don't
I
have a
do
speed
have a
skill?
speed
Okay.
skim. I have 1 in speed. But the first time I rolled 2 ones, and then now I've
Yeah.
rolled a
4.
6. A 6. I've rolled a 6 this time.
You got
Yeah.
a 6, so that's a
Yeah.
so result. That's in that
Okay.
like gray
All right.
area. That is a game master I love. And
All right, let's do that.
So, yeah, you go through and it's like you do kind of have a window, but then a car that was like turning, even though the light was red, misses you. I don't want to say narrowly, but it's enough so that your 2 dog buddies who you left behind are probably like a bit aghast. But you make it to the other side.
Thank God.
I told her not to run out there.
I'm wheezing. I'm just like at watching my friend Meowface do that and be like,
It's probably terrifying every single time.
wow. Every time I cross the street, I think this could be it for me. But after seeing that, and every time my friend crosses the street too, I'm gonna think this could be it for them.
You know why the people go back and forth in these big metal carriages, don't you?
War?
It's not well, it is. It's a war against us. They're trying to hit us. They're trying to hit us. And I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction because you know that they get gold. They're given gold if they hit us by the president.
Wow.
That's the name of their leader.
That's such a malicious way to structure a society.
I don't know why they have all the time to spend on this.
First ever dog
they have all the
conspiracy
food.
theorist.
They have all the food. All right, here comes an advantaged, careful eye,
Focus
roll.
I love it.
Well, it's a good thing I have that advantage because I rolled a 7, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll second die again, and I once again roll a 1. A 7's the best I did.
7's the best you get. So yeah, with 4 lanes to kind of keep an eye on, you're not exactly sure when the best window to go is, but there are definitely some times where it's like, oh, this might be better. So both of you can go ahead and give me speed rolls to get across.
Oh boy.
Great.
Okay, I got one of those.
And it's 2 dice, right, Andrew?
You roll 2d6,
right.
You add them together, and then whatever you have for speed on your character sheet, you go ahead and add that too.
So I get a 6, but I have 3 in speed because
That's a
I'm
9.
not powerful. I'm not coordinated, but you see Captain, this old dog, just kind of like ready himself and just go as fast as he can across the street.
Nice. And how about you, Hooper?
Hooper got an 11.
Whoa, nice.
Ooh.
That's great because I roll a certain something on my end, and a car is heading right toward Cap'n, and he just surprisingly swiftly gets out of the way, and you all make it to the other side safely as the cars are like honking and like Jesus Christ as they go by. And yeah, now you're on the bridge that leads over to the west side.
I would say if any humans yelled, I gave a nice howl back at them, which translates roughly to like, damn your wars.
Great. Well, I'm gonna cross this bridge, but I want to keep an eye out for any animals that are like on this bridge. Are there any animals that live here?
There's some pigeons up on the shit. What are they called? The supports of the bridge up above you. And it's just kind of shellacked with bird shit, and there's pigeons up there.
Hey,
Pigeons.
you!
Like,
You
what?
see any other dog? Hi.
What?
Hi.
What?
You
What?
see any other?
What?
You know, you try with pigeons. You try. We have a lot in common, but ultimately, it's fruitless.
Do you want me to go up there and rough them up?
No, I got this one. Let me take a shot at it. It's a singing bird. I think I could give him maybe a song for a song. And I walk over there and kind of just like waddle up, my ears hanging real low, and I give him a nice like yowl to try and like woo him. I'm trying to woo him.
Oh,
with,
okay.
um,
Yeah, give me a trick roll for that.
Okay,
For
cool.
this kind of song, I guess.
All right, I got a 5.
Oh, okay. So, maybe not the best, the best song you've ever held, but one of the pigeons does kind of flutter a little lower, like, and it's kind of like regarding you all curiously, and it's like, what are you doing?
Oh, hello, kind pigeon. We are simply looking for our friend. Have you seen our friend?
It kind of like can't really is trying to compute based on the information you gave it, and it's like, who's your friend?
He, a thing I wrote
It's a
down.
she.
Yeah, a thing I wrote down about my character is I didn't want to put anything in memory because it's an old hound dog. So I think I'm just gonna kind of like look around at Hooper and be like, "This is you, bud," and I did my part. Now you're up, son.
She's a Pomeranian. She would have crossed the bridge recently.
I just got here 10 minutes ago. Are you gonna eat that cigarette butt? And it kind of like comes down and is like pecking at its cigarette butt in front of you.
Filthy creatures. Let's get out of here.
Well, should we ask if he's got any buddies that have been here a few days ago? Anybody like posting up?
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you got any buddies who've been here for the last couple of days?
I'll go ask. And it flies back up to the top, and there's a lot of cooing and it comes back down like, they can't remember.
Oh,
Can I eat it?
Kind of take it day by day. You wanna try to pounce on this pigeon?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a.
It's time.
You're
It's time.
not that far away, so you could give me. I don't know. You could tell me how you want to try to get it, like a speed roll, a coordination roll.
I think let's do coordination. You know, like she's like there, and she just like sort of like, just like one quick swoop, just like go, try to like take the pigeon
right.
down.
Cool.
Okay.
Roll for it.
11.
Yeah, so this pigeon's like, yeah, we'll just try to take it day by and meow face just out of nowhere in a flash just has this pigeon wrapped up in her claws, biting it, maybe killing it swiftly, maybe toying with it, and
Toying with it,
all the other
toying with
pigeons like disperse in a big flock of like screaming like, oh god, oh no, oh no.
Next time, have the answer we need. And then I just like,
yeah, don't mess with us.
and then I like, I don't want to like kill the pigeon. I just want it to know that like I'm in charge. And so I like slash up its little face, and then I like toss him over the bridge.
Okay, yeah, it knows for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Great.
you give it a slash and you toss over, and there's just like kind of this explosion of feathers as it's like panicky flapping around. It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, and it flies off kind of low along the river.
And then she immediately licks all of the blood and the stuff and gets all perfect again.
Yeah.
You're a psycho. I love it.
It's great.
I guess we got to just follow the bridge to the other side. See if we can find her.
Great.
Okay. Cross over to the west side.
Yeah, you get over to the west side, and it's largely kind of like an industrial park. There's a lot of warehouses. The traffic kind of drops off substantially on this side of the bridge, and there's a lot of trash and refuse, like a lot of paper trash that kind of blows by you and gets caught in some some thorny weeds. And anyone who wants to can give me a sniff check while you're on this side of the bridge.
Oh, boy, I would love to.
I got an 11. No, a 10. A 10. I got a 10.
So I put all of my mental stats into sniff. So that's going to be an 11 for me as well.
Great. And
I
how
got
about
a
you?
3.
Oh, okay.
There's something wrong with my sniffer.
Yeah.
I've been putting my nose into a lot of garbage that had the
A lot of
toxic
rats.
fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's for
not
the
every
rats.
not every location has a sniffable clue, so maybe you're just sniffing the wrong spot. But Cap'n and Meowface, you can definitely sniff that Rossi came through here. You can smell it clear as day. She definitely came over this bridge.
Yeah.
And can we catch a whiff of the direction that she was in?
It would seem like she's just continued on into this foreboding industrial park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Copper and ash. That's all I smell.
You're like a sommelier of
Yeah.
I
dog
smell
smells.
it too. It's a very strong scent. I smell it just like the two of you do. Let's follow it.
Cool.
Yeah. Is like that's something that Captain can do? You know, with all of these sniff powers, can Captain like pick up a trail?
Yeah, Captain,
Yeah.
what are you good for again? Can you follow a trail?
Look, son. I used to be a hunting dog. I could follow a dang trail. Don't
Yeah,
you
you
think I
can.
can? Don't you? And I kind of like work myself up and start howling. And yeah, I can follow a trail. I used to hunt, and I kind of like put my nose to the ground, still grumbling at Hooper, and try and see if I can take us somewhere.
Yeah, I'll let your success can roll over, and you can kind of just kind of follow the trail down the sidewalk here as you go. You're kind of in this area. There's some like industrial dumpsters like in the street and things like that. And as you walk by, a shadow falls over the three of you, and from behind you, you hear this voice go, "Well, well, well, what do we have here?" And you turn to see the biggest Rottweiler you've ever seen in your life. It's got notches in its ears. Its eyes are a little yellowed. The fur around its muzzle is clotted with what you hope is cherry icy, and it's just sort of like standing over the three of you, and a very thin line of drool slips out of the corner of its mouth and like down to the ground.
Meowface immediately, all of the hair stands up, and she gets like very like aggro on him, just like ready to defend him and just
The
hissing.
corners of the Rottweiler's mouth kind of like curl up in a smile as it sees that. It's like it seems to be enjoying your fright. Looks like these snacks are on the wrong side of town.
I'm gonna start barking at him, and it translates to me going, "Hey, no, 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 hey, no."
He's you're just like barking at him and maybe kind of like, all over jumping around, and he's just kind of staring down at you with these malevolent eyes. But he doesn't seem rebuffed at all.
Now look, son, we don't mean you no harm. We're just trying to find our friend. We're a tiny pack, and we're just trying to find the fourth person in our pack. So it looks like you got a lot of syrup on your face, maybe some jelly from that donut shop. It's real good. You can go outside and howl behind it, and they'll feed you. Anyway, son, don't fight us.
Do we still have the bag of donuts?
No, I think
left
I understood it. You all just kind of
Yeah, we
gorged
did.
yourself.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
remember anyone dragging it, although that would have been
Right.
pretty funny, but
Yeah.
and useful in the immediate situation.
Right,
But
right.
the Rottweiler kind of takes that in, Cap'n, and he's like, "Well, that's unfortunate because I do mean you harm.
You're in the wrong turf, and there's a punishment tax when you're on my turf.
Is it donuts? We can go get you some donuts.
No, I prefer meat.
And he kind of looks at Meowface out of the corner of his eye.
And I look
Fresh.
back. I look back at them and I'm like, "You all have any meat?" He wants meat for us to go.
Meowface looks at this Rottweiler and is like, "You don't want any of my meat? I'll give you some meat." And then, can she just attack him? Can she just like jump up and scratch him in the eyeballs?
Yeah. So when animals fight in this game, it's called a scrap. You get into a scrap, and there's two kinds of scraps. There's a quick scrap and a long scrap. And you two can kind of decide right now. If you get in a quick scrap, that means that everybody joins in. You all want to fight this Rottweiler. If you get in a long scrap, that means that only Meowface is going to fight this Rottweiler. So it's kind of up to, you can tell me, Captain and Hooper, are you going to jump in when this cat is going to go after this Rottweiler, or are you just going to be like, let's see how she does?
I gotta cover Meowface's back. I gotta watch her back. I'm in.
Okay, yeah. I think that I was going to see how she does and give her her own space with it, but if this is a huge Rottweiler, Captain knows when it's time to sink his teeth in. So
Great. So now, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm in. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. So you'll tell me what skill you want to use to attack this Rottweiler, and you can be as creative as you want with it. There's no right or wrong answers, and the Rottweiler will choose its skill that it will roll against you. So we can just take it kind of in the order of who jumps in. So Meowface, what do you want to use to attack this Rottweiler?
I guess I'll use speed to maybe catch him off guard.
Speed, because you're fast? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So give me a speed roll.
I'm so nervous. I'm gonna use my luck. Gonna use my luck. Boop. Okay. I rolled a 7.
A 7, okay. He rolled pretty well. Surprisingly, this big, muscle-bound brick house of a Rottweiler, you're very fast, but to your surprise, he's even faster, and he like dodges your swipe, and he bats you away, and you're gonna get injured in your head. He bats you in your head. So go ahead and check the injury box next to your head.
Okay.
And now, Hooper, what's you're jumping in next. What do you want to use to do battle here?
Can I attack him with my focus?
You can, yeah, and you just tell me how you use it. Tell me how.
Hell yeah.
Tell me how you want to use it.
So Hooper focuses and he looks for an opening. So the moment after the Rottweiler has swatted our poor friend Meowface, he leaves one of his flanks kind of open, and that's when Hooper comes in and gnaws on that flank.
Okay, cool. So give me that roll. Oh man,
Jared, your gnaw was great. That was a good gnaw.
It'd be like this. I'll do it again for $10. I rolled I rolled a 12.
Oh, nice. Unfortunately, this Rottweiler also rolled a 12. So in the event of a tie, he's got the rolls, and he also has some pretty good stats. He so you get a bite in on him, and you injure his left leg, and then he's going to whirl around, and you're going to check your injury box in your right front leg.
Oh. Okay.
All right, and now, Captain, what skill would you like to use to attack this dog? And this is kind of a big, so without pulling back the curtain too much, but Meowface kind of lost her battle, and there was a tie with Hooper, and so now it's up to you, and this this fight is sort of it's still winnable, I should say.
Okay. I want to try and I min-max my character, Andrew, just for you, just to try and break your game a little bit.
Thank you.
Because we've been talking about that. So I put all my stats in sniff and speed. So I think I want to try and use sniff to attack him, and I'm gonna say that, like, he's like covered in stuff, right? He's like this weird street dog. I want to see if he has any weak spots, like maybe like a festering wound or something that I can find and focus on and go for.
Ooh, I love it. I love these creative things. Yeah, great.
Wow.
Give me that roll.
All right. Yeah, he's kind of in the back here, and he got a 10 altogether.
Holy crap!
As he kind of like leans back here and he's sniffing at it. How'd I do?
Well, I wish this while I was rolling for me and the other games from a player. So you could sniff his weak spot, and you think you've got it, and he whirls around on you and snaps and bites you instead, and you take an injury in your right rear leg.
All right.
So the three of you have lost this fight against this junkyard dog, and when you lose a scrap, you have two choices. You can either flee or agree, is sort of the two choices you have when you lose a scrap. So it's kind of just standing proudly over you as you all have these like kind of minor wounds.
Well, what does he want us to agree to?
He wants you to, he's like,
Now get out of my territory before I change my mind.
Okay.
he's kind of like taken aback that you all had this had the ferocity to attack him, and so he's kind of just wants you like out of his territory.
Can we leave it in the direction we think Rossi went?
You could pitch that. You could pitch that to him.
We got to go deeper into the west side, but we'll leave your territory.
Why are you even here on the west side?
We're on a quest.
A quest to
Searching for a
get
friend.
eaten?
No.
That who
No.
would want to be eaten?
No, we want to find our friend. She's in trouble. We just want to help her. She's a good dog. You'd like her, actually, if you weren't so busy trying to eat everything you see. So we're just going to go in the direction of our friend and continue minding our own business. And maybe someday you'll get something that'll make you satisfied.
Yeah.
She's small and dirty, like a little puffball.
Yeah, you seen her?
Yeah, I saw her. I almost got her too, but she got away. Well,
Where'd
if you
she
find
go?
her, if you're heading back this way, maybe I'll see you again.
Well, which way did you see her go? Was she with anybody? Was she okay?
Meh.
And he like trots off.
You're
So
the,
I'd like totally.
I just as he goes, I just want to be like, "You're the car of dogs, sir."
That's a pretty good dog insult. I like it.
So I totally just attacked somebody we were just supposed to interrogate.
Well,
No.
that's okay. He was asking for it.
No, I mean, again, without pulling back the curtain, he was going to attack you. So
Oh, great.
attacking
great,
him
great, great.
first at least showed him that you weren't some pushover.
Yeah.
No.
We better get out of here before he attacks
Yeah.
us again.
Changes his mind.
Yeah. All right, Captain. Where did Rossi go?
Hold
Okay, you
on.
can give me a sniff roll anew.
Alrighty, let's see. All right, this time it's going to be a 13.
Oh wow, great. Yeah. You could pick up a trail right away and keep following it.
Great. It's this
Okay.
way, folks.
so-
Face, you're the brave one. Hooper, you're good. And this is what I can do.
Smart,
and I just
the
like
smart
to-
one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the
yeah,
smart one.
I believe you. And
Well,
I'll
you don't
trust-
have to believe me. It's the fact. So its belief doesn't quite come into it, really.
I guess it depends on how you measure and tell. Anyway, and he just like sticks his nose onto the ground and is gonna hold on to that river of smells.
Yeah,
Follow
you're able
that
to
old derelict.
keep going through this industrial park, and eventually even the warehouses sort of give away, and now you're in a part of town known as the outskirts, which maybe you've heard about, maybe somehow you've been out here before. But it's a lot of vacant lots. It's a lot of abandoned houses that are boarded up. Even the street here is cracked with like weeds coming up through it and grass. And it's like eerily quiet as you go through. And up ahead in the road, there's 3 crows pecking at something on the street, and they're kind of like watching you curiously as you walk your way down the street.
I'm going to just start shouting into the neighborhood. Rossi, where are you? Rossi.
It's extremely Boston Terrier behavior. Yeah, your little barks, your little sharp barks seem to almost ring out into the neighborhood and echo. There's no response.
Can I get closer to see what what these crows are eating?
Yeah, for sure. As you get closer, they flap away, and they all kind of say in unison, they're like, "Have it, have it, have it, have it," and they flap away. And to your horror, as you walk up, you see this flattened brown fur with streaks of black in it. But as you get closer, you realize this is a squirrel. This is a squirrel that has been run over and is flattened in the road.
Andrew, you figured out how to make your new game a horror game in that one. That was suspenseful.
How horrible would it have been if that was actually? And it's your friend. She's dead and the mystery is over, and you can go back to the donut shop.
Shouldn't have taken so long to get here.
Yeah.
Is there like any other animals around?
Nope. The crows have flown off, and it's just, like I said, very quiet. And Hooper, you still have the trail. I'll let that 13. You can just keep following that trail as far as you want.
Thank you. It's me with the trail. Thank you very much, not Hooper. But it's just the one thing I had
I've been
to offer.
helping with it.
So yeah, cool. All right, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I smell it.
Are we just like following this along? Is there any like are there any like variety of smells to kind of like lead us one way or the other? Are there any clues?
It's kind of like if you're old like me, like a Family Circus cartoon where you see the map and there's like a dotted line. Like Rossi has kind of explored her way around here. She'll like go around an abandoned house and explored a derelict car, things like that. So you kind of make your way, but eventually you come to where the trail seems to end, and there's a very large, foreboding house almost leaning on a lot. The yard is full of weeds that are even taller than a human, and it's surrounded by a rusty dented chain link fence. And you're able to tell that Rossi went in here. There's a small gap in the chain link of the fence, and it seems that Rossi went through this gap and onto this lot.
Okay. Well, we're going in, right, guys?
We gotta. You smell anything other than Rossi at this house?
It's
people.
Hooper, you're right. You are the smart one. That's a good question to ask.
If you want to give me a new sniff roll, we could see what new information you get.
All right, I got
because you're locked on to Rossi. What'd you get?
I got a 13 again.
Oh wow, what a sniffer! You can smell. You smell a very familiar smell just in the world. You smell fear, and you smell specifically human fear, but it's not fresh. But it hangs in the air, and it's like the stink of human fear that. It's probably when you smell it in your day-to-day, it alarms you because it's like, why is this person afraid of me? But you can smell that there were definitely at least one afraid person around here.
Smells like a church.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, maybe I should do some like stalking and looking in the window to see if we see anybody in there,
Yeah, be
so
real
they
quiet.
get the surprise on people.
Yeah.
I can
I like this
howl if you
plan.
want to. If you just, you know.
No. Let's have Meow Face going all quiet. Like,
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, definitely. So you have the talent of stalker, so you can move silently when you want, but I'll have you give me a coordination roll for how sneaky you are, like visually.
Okay. Eight.
An 8. Okay, great. So yeah, between your stalker talent and that 8, you're able to slip in and slip amongst the weeds and get up to this house. And did you just kind of want to do like a pass around the house? Was that the goal?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to see if there was an opening to the house and if there were people or enemies around.
Cool. Yeah, it's very quiet as you pad your way around the house through these weeds. And the windows are all boarded up around the side of the house, and they look like they have been for quite some time. But when you get to the front of the house, you can see up the porch. In the large front window, there's a board that's missing, and there's a gap that leads into the house. And as far as you could tell, after doing a pass of the house, this is the only way into the house.
Okay. So she's gonna like trot back to her buddies and be like, guys, I found the entrance. We got it. It's just big enough for us.
all right.
And are we 100%? We're 100% that that's where our bud is.
Yeah,
I didn't see any signs so far, but
you got a 13 on your sniff, Captain, which took you to this house.
Okay, cool. Well, look, I
Let's
just want to
go
say,
inside.
if we all end up pets after this, not in like a cool, fun way, but in a bad way, that I've had a real great time with y'all, and I couldn't ask for a better end of my life.
don't talk that way, Captain. We're gonna be fine.
It's just the roads. The roads got me
speech.
all worried.
Street crew for life.
Look,
It's
it's
just
time to
this-
be brave. It's time to be brave. It's time to be bold. It's time to go forward without fear. Captain, go ahead and
I feel like Captain gives that speech every adventure.
Yeah.
At least once.
This is not. Yeah, this is not a new thing to any of you all. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. Yeah. So whoever wants to go first can.
Yeah.
I think Meowface would probably want to like. Oh, do you want to go in first?
No. I think Meow. It makes sense. I was just gonna follow Hooper's lead, but I think it makes sense for Meowface to go first.
Yeah. She creeps in first.
Cool. You're going into the house?
Mm-hmm. And through
Cool.
that boarded entry that you set in the front.
There's an opening maybe about that big that you can easily kind of get up and pounce through. And are you two gonna follow?
yeah.
Cool. So you two kind of follow. Maybe Captain has to like jump and wiggle his way up through the gap. But when you get inside, the house is very quiet. There's dust and dirt on everything. The furniture looks very old. The stuffing is kind of split out of it. It looks like no humans have lived here for a very long time.
Oh, so interesting that you smell human fear and it's been no humans for a long time.
Yeah, time's a funny thing. I don't understand it. And I don't even know really what it is, but
I think it's a myth.
Oh man.
What do you think it is, Hooper?
Conspiracy theory.
Time. It's a system humans have developed in order to make themselves do things that they don't need to do for less food.
Wow.
I can explain it, but you guys wouldn't get it. Okay.
I love it. And looking around, you don't even need to roll for it because the floor is so dusty. You can see tiny petite paw prints that probably belong to your friend Rossi, that kind of venture around inside this house.
I'm gonna follow the paw prints.
Cool. Yeah, you go into the kitchen and you don't need to roll a sniff for this. You can smell dog food in here, and you can see there's a pile of open dog food cans kind of haphazardly on the floor. Some of them are quite old, but some of them are fresh, like they've probably been opened very recently. And you can give me another sniff roll if you want to look some more specific information.
Cool.
Cap'n.
Absolutely. That's going to be another 13. I just rolled 3 9s in a row.
Nice.
Let me see it.
Yeah, so this is kind of like perplexing to your Basset Hound brain as it's getting all this data from your schnoz, but there's this food and the food has been opened, but no human has been in this kitchen at any time that you can then smell. You don't even smell like a trace of a person. So it's been a very long time since a person was in here.
Are these cans that would have needed to be opened by a can opener?
It is, yeah. They are, yeah.
Well,
How's that
doesn't
even
make-
possible?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
What does Hooper think can openers are? No. Sorry, I'm hooked on this.
In the ancient history of the humans, they created a technology known as cans to punish the dogs for being the rulers that enslaved them thousands of years ago.
Wow.
The can opener was invented by a dog in human form. I can't get into it. It's too complicated for you two schmucks. Look,
You can see that the little paw prints continue through the kitchen, and there's like an open doorway at the end of the kitchen that these paw prints go into.
Y'all think Rossi turned into a human?
God, nah.
She wouldn't do that to us, right?
I don't know. She's unpredictable.
Maybe she made friends with the raccoon.
Wow. That's good thinking, Meowface.
Did you
Rossi,
smell any other animals?
Rossi, hey,
I'll,
hey!
I'll give it to you, Cap'n, because of your role. You didn't smell any animals, like any raccoons, anything else. You just smelled Rossi and the food.
Okay.
And with a
just keep-
13, that's so good.
Anybody
You kind of
responding to my
smelled
bark?
like trace of dogs. With your bark, anybody who wants to can give me a focus roll. Oh, and yours,
Ooh.
I regret to inform you, Hooper, yours has disadvantage because your ear is a little ringing from getting socked by that Rottweiler because you have an injury in your head.
No,
So-
that was Meowface. Mine
That
was
was
in my right
Meowface.
front leg.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So Meowface, yeah, your focus roll will be with disadvantage.
Okay, so then I roll. Which one do I re-roll?
So you roll 2, and the higher of the 2, you re-roll, and you take the lowest result.
Oh my god, no fair. Oh man. My first time I rolled a 6 and then I rolled a 1. So 4, 5, 6 total.
So 6 roll, cool. And so what did you get, Cap'n and Hoops? I think we're familiar enough now. I can call you Hoops.
You can, and I got an 11.
Okay.
I got a 7.
7. Okay, cool. So, maybe Cap'n is he's still trying to figure this out. Like, these smells, don't make sense. And Meowface is kind of has a ringing in her ear. But Hooper, after you're barking very faintly from somewhere below you, you hear Rossi's voice like,
Hello? Hello? Is someone there? Is that you? Hooper, is that you? Hooper! Hooper!
And she still sounds like a dog, right?
Yeah, she's barking. Sorry.
She hasn't turned into a human. She's still a dog.
Yeah, she's
We
like,
have to save her.
I can't even do the high enough bark. But yeah, it's faint.
Sounds like she's gone below somehow. How do we get downstairs?
Oh boy, I really hate stairs.
Yeah, this doorway in the kitchen, it descends into almost pitch darkness down a set of kind of crooked wooden stairs.
I think Meowface just runs.
Runs down the stairs.
The whole game is me just going, Meowface, no!
Yeah, Meowface just vanishes into the darkness next to you two.
Is there any kind of light switch?
Give me a focus roll. I'm making you give me a focus roll because it's kind of a unique thing for a dog to be looking for a light switch.
So, would my careful eye help, or is that just with streets?
It's just for streets.
Then a 7. Oh, no, nope, I'm sorry, a 9.
Okay. There is a light switch kind of on the wall by the door.
Captain, hop up and hit that thing.
Oh boy. I'm gonna kind of like...
Wait, I don't know why I'm assuming the power is still on.
We're about to find out.
Can you hop up and hit it?
Yeah, I kind of like, I got a nice long body, and I'm gonna do everything I can to kind of like flop myself up there, get up in there, and just like jump up and try and hit it.
Great. Give me a coordination roll for that.
Oh,
unless you'd rather use, unless you have a different thing you'd like to use.
No, absolutely not. That's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be. Wait, can I use power? Well, I did. Never mind. It's the same thing. Never mind. That's gonna be a 5.
Okay. So yeah, Captain tries to jump and get the light switch, but can't seem to properly get it with his paw.
Shoot, these bones are getting old, Hoop.
No, it's not your fault. It can't be done. We better go help. We better go help Meowface.
Meowface, you want to give me a sniff roll now that you're in the bottom of the stairs?
9.
Cool. So now that you're down here in the dark, and it is very dark, you could smell faintly. You could smell the smells of other dogs. It's faint, but you can kind of smell it almost like a stew in the air, and it's coming from a room on your left. There's kind of like a hallway of unfinished drywall, and there's like an open door to your left that the smell is coming out of.
I'd like to go towards the smell, but quietly.
Cool. As you go in soundlessly, thanks to your stalker talent, you it looks like perhaps this was like a laundry room, if you would even understand what a laundry room is, but it just has this sort of decrepit machinery in it, and on a pipe by the wall, there are 11 dog collars laying over the pipe, and the smell was coming from these various dog collars, and kind of that's what you were smelling in here.
Can I recognize any of them as Rossi's?
I will make you roll for it because you can. Okay. Well, Rossi doesn't even wear a collar because
she wouldn't have a collar.
Yeah, none of you have collars.
Right, of course.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you don't expect that any of them would be Rossi's.
Okay. So, but she thinks there's probably some sort of like dog stealing operation going on or something, right?
Something probably has your fur kind of standing on end because it's like, oh boy, there's a lot of dogs in here, and just the whole vibe of this house has got your nerves jangling.
Yeah.
There's something off about this place that you've never experienced before.
So I used to hunt. Captain used to hunt, and I just want to. Is there any like level of? Is there any way I can make some sort of connection between like, I don't know, pelts or like trapping or something? Like, is this some sort of like operation where terrible things are happening to dogs? Maybe I can get some sort of like fear smell out of it. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think I want to
and,
see if I can smell any like animal fear.
My character is gonna go pee on an old cabinet.
Cool.
Oh no, Jared,
And I forgot to tell you, Cap'n, you have the tough talent, so you get to ignore the first injury that you take in a day. So you should erase your injury that you took from that.
Okay, cool.
Rottweiler.
Great.
Yeah, you can give me a sniff check to kind of. Is that what you were asking to do?
Yeah, I think I did not know when I started talking that's what I was asking for, but it is what I was asking for.
Okay.
So, hey Andrew, while Jared, do you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a quick intermission. There's not that much game left if you're watching on stream. I expect we should be done by 8 o'clock Pacific. But yeah, let's take a quick break. Drink pee, and we'll be right back in like 3 minutes.
Sounds good. See you soon.
And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. We're almost to the conclusion of this adventure. This has been a blast so far. So let's get right back into it. So we're down. Meowface is down in the basement, and she just found 11 dog collars kind of draped over a pipe in this room, while her two companions, Cap'n and Hooper, are at the top of the stairs to the basement, where Cap'n has sort of ingloriously tried to manipulate a light switch and failed.
I think we got to go down. We got to help our friend.
And Meowface is still up here with us, right? You kind of like charged down, but you're
No, she dashed down into the dark.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was like I'm going fully down. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Hooper and be like, now's the time, and I'm absolutely just gonna kind of like throw myself down there and see if I can do it.
Nice.
Great, and because Hooper's the smart one, he just waits a little longer to see what happens to Captain.
Oh my god, I love it.
I love it. Cool. Okay. Sorry. I was just getting a message. So yeah, now you're all down in the dark, and Meowface is in the room to your left. You guys.
Is there any other rooms, or it's just blackness?
There are some other rooms you can kind of see as your eyes adjust to the darkness. You can see that there's this hallway of unfinished drywall, and there's doorways cut out of the sides, and at the end of it, you can see there's also a door at the end of the hallway.
I'm gonna growl to Meowface. Meowface, what have you found?
And then Meowface comes out and she's like, there's like 10 dog collars in here. There's some creepy shit happening. I don't know where these dogs are, but like somebody's hanging them like it's that time of the year when the humans hang shit on trees for some weird reason.
You're of course talking about the 4th of July.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Every summer.
Oh, and Cap'n, you wanted to try to figure out
animal fear.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that roll.
I can't believe I just got another 13. This is crazy.
Wow,
I've
man,
rolled all
crazy.
13s tonight.
Then during the fight. So you could definitely smell some animal fear, although it's not that pronounced. It's kind of like maybe more like animal confusion, but there is some fear, and definitely your friend Rossi, you can tell that like she was afraid in this house for sure. Okay. And as you two are conferring with your growls and meows, actually from down the hall, you hear muffled again, like, "Hello, is someone there? Was that you, Hooper? Is somebody out there?"
Are we gonna say something, or are we just gonna go?
Before we go running in there, why don't we check out these other rooms, and then we'll go.
Make sure it's not a trap. I like that.
Right.
Okay.
I think we got some rogue members of the Humane Society running this operation.
The Humane Society.
They go rogue sometimes.
So as you navigate these other rooms on the sides of the hall, there's some full of kind of like moldering old storage boxes, cardboard boxes. And in another one, there's kind of unusual looking pieces of metal on the floor that Hooper, the brains of the bunch, might recognize as weights. These are old weights, and they're kind of just covered with spider webs. There's just webs all over them. But you don't see anything or see anything alive other than pretty good size silver dollar spiders. Nothing else in here.
Okay.
But now that you're kind of farther down the hall, you can see this door at the end of the hall is much stouter than the other doors in the house.
And it's closed?
Yeah, it's like a thick wooden door.
Can I just listen at the door and see if I hear anything?
Yeah. Give me a focus roll here at the door.
Yeah. Got his character sheet up, Andrew, if you want to talk just a little bit about it.
Yeah,
put this game out this week.
Yeah, so when he's making a focus roll, he rolls 2 ordinary old d6, which is the game is based on. That's the only dice you need. He's going to add them together, and then if he has any focus skill, he just adds that to the number he got off those 2 dice.
So I rolled a 4 and a 2.
So you got a 6, and then you add your focus,
which is 3, right?
Yep.
And that is that's pretty good. 9.
Yep. And a 9 is when you enter the range of just clear successes without entanglements. So, your friend Hooper kind of poses up next to the door and his like ears go up. And as you're listening, you could hear just ever so faintly, you could hear Rossi, like, "Oh, Hooper, was that you?" And then you hear another voice that kind of all of the fur along your spine goes up. You hear a voice go, shh, shh. Almost like a sigh. But it's like no person voice you've ever heard.
Is someone in there waiting to trap us?
There is. Maybe I should stalk over there and get a good look at whatever's behind that door with Rossi before we just go charging in there.
And so the layout of this hall, there's no, you can't see in this room. Whatever's beyond this door, you can't see.
And the
just
door
to
would need
describe
to be
the layout of the basement, yeah. There's like a hallway. You've explored the side rooms. This is the end of the hallway that ends in this door. But
so we just have to go in the door.
If we get the door open, then Meowface could silently ninja in.
Yeah, is there any light coming out? Like pouring out under the door or anything?
You don't see any light coming out from under the door.
If it's dark, maybe you can whittle around in there.
Well, we
How
just
are we
gotta
gonna
get
get this
the
door open?
Yeah, we just gotta get the door open.
Do you think we could drag one of those metal things from the other room and, I don't know, use it to open the door? Maybe there's another entrance. Maybe there's a secret way into this room from another room.
It's a good call. Hooper. We'll see if you can you rustle up some rats? I didn't smell any other animal fear down here, but maybe there's a rat or two. I don't like it when you do that, but it's useful.
Maybe I could rustle up rats, but I think whatever's on the other side. I mean, I could do that. Can I do that, Andrew? Are there any rats about? It's an old house.
You have not encountered any rats here, nor have you seen hide nor hair of them. But if you wanted to go that route, it's something that maybe you could go back outside for. Also, you're kind of a ways away from the rat colony that you're friends with. There's no guarantee that the rats you encounter so far away from downtown will have any knowledge or friendship with you. That would be an X factor that you'd have to find out.
Right. Well, I think, metagaming for a second, Well, actually, my character thinks this too. I think that whatever's in there is an animal that's got Rossi. So maybe we bring a human into the equation. You know, we go out on the lawn, we get really cute, we do cute little tricks. Some kids
Yeah.
or some people come and
Okay.
try to explore the house. And then we got some humans that are digging around. And then we'll see how they'll open the door for us.
I think that's a great idea.
It's a good idea. I'm sorry if I ever doubted that you were the brains of this bunch.
Yeah, well, I had heard at the time, but I forgive you. And you're a good friend, Captain.
No. Well, it means a lot to me in my old age that people are going to remember me after I get got.
Sure thing, Corporal. All right, let's go outside and try to get some humans into this house.
I love that.
So if y'all are the cute ones, I know how to get some humans to come running, and I would like to holler if I could, do my old power howl.
Okay.
To see if
once you're outside the house.
Yeah, to kind of like do I'm trying to do a little old yellery situation once we go outside where I seem in distress and see if I can attract a human.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so you emit that howl, and all the time you've been here on the outskirts, you've not really seen any trace of people. It seems like the humans have this is one of those areas that the humans kind of gave up on, and you didn't really see anyone, but your howl echoes out and amongst the derelict buildings. And a few moments later, you hear the sound of humans, and there are two teenage boys on bicycles that are kind of riding down the street, kind of like snaking their way down the street to investigate what's happening here. And now this is what's called a critical moment in the game. And Harlan, if you want to pull up the little art card for that, I'll explain how this works. So at certain times in the game, when something is really important and it could be pivotal in what happens in the game, there will be a critical moment, and you will all need to participate and do a roll, and you'll need to meet the number of successes that I kind of that I give you. And for this critical moment, you're each gonna have to pick a charm skill, and all three of you have to do it. And I'm gonna need 2 out of 3 successes to see if you can get these 2 teenage boys to come over and see what you lured them here with your howl, but now you've got to get them to come see what's going on. But I'll let you pick which charm skill you want to use.
Time to turn on the cute.
Am I allowed to use my talent?
Oh yeah.
I'd like to use my attention hog talent.
Cool. So yeah, you don't have to roll. So the other 2 of you, I'm gonna need 1 success from you.
Boy,
One
Andrew,
of the 2 of you.
Your game,
2 of us.
this game you have written and designed has officially stressed me out in this moment. So I feel like that's some sort of success, right?
Great, I guess.
I'm gonna
as long as it's fun, stress.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, time to make with the cute. And then I walk over to the fence and I stick my bottom out of the fence and I'm like, oh, I can't get to this little fancy fence. Oh, my chubble little bottom can't get this through the little fence.
Oh my god.
Any bonuses you wanna?
Yeah, you can have advantage on it. I normally wouldn't, but it's so funny.
Well, okay. Yeah, with advantage, I just scored a 13.
Great. And so, Captain, just for fun, why don't you tell us what you do and roll as well?
It's good, because I'm also going to try and look cute, but I'm really old, and so I just kind of look sick, and because I rolled a 5, so I absolutely am like, but like, definitely I look gross and sad.
Yeah, so these boys kind of ride a little closer on their BMX bikes, and they see Hooper caught in the fence, and they're like, one of them's like, "Oh man, that dog's stuck in the fence," and then the one's like, "Oh, look at this cat! Look at this cat! Oh man, I gotta scratch this cat's belly. I gotta hang on. And so one of the boys comes over and is kind of like trying to help you, Hooper. They're completely ignoring you, Cap, and the other one is scratching Meow Face there on the lawn. But yeah, you definitely have these. You definitely have their attention. As
All right, now we got to draw into the basement. Come on. And
mhm.
then I want to run into the house and kind of wait for them to follow.
And then I'm gonna do the thing where I like nuzzle them and meow, and then take a few steps and like prance my little butt in their face, and then I'm just gonna keep doing that and have them inch closer and closer.
to chain him in there.
Yeah.
Cool. And how about you, Captain?
I think I am continuing to kind of like yelp and follow them and do the, when dogs are trying to get you to go somewhere and they're like, they walk toward you and then they walk away and they walk toward you and they walk away. I'm doing that. So.
They're like, they kind of venture a little ways up the lawn, but they kind of balk about halfway, and they're like, "What? These dogs want us to go in this house?" They're like, "Dude, this is the Prendergast house. This house is haunted, dude. There's no way I'm going in this house." And the guy's like, "I don't know, but they want us to go. They want us to go in the house," and they're kind of like debating this on the lawn as they're like taking in the house that you all went inside. And I'm like, what are all these animals doing out here anyway? I've like 2 dogs and a cat. That's crazy. But they seem reluctant to enter the house.
Okay.
Meow Face like pokes. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Meow Face.
Oh no. Meow Face like pokes her head out of the little entry that we've all gone in, and she's just like little meow, meow, just tiny little meows.
Give me a cute roll.
Okay.
Did you hear how good those meows were, Andrew? Come on.
It's good. Everyone's been absolutely 100% crushing it.
10.
Nice, great. So yeah, you kind of like being cute, and that kind of like overcomes their fear of this house, and they're like, all right, I mean, let's go see. Maybe there's like a hurt cat in here or something. And they come over and they kind of are peeking into the opening, and one of them like pries the other board off, and so they can kind of come in. And without needing to roll for it, you can tell that you can smell that they're very nervous, and they're kind of like taking in this like decrepit old house. But yeah, they're kind of in the house now and like looking around. They're like, why'd you want us to come in here, cat?
I want to run down to the cellar, and I want to be shouting at anybody who's behind that door. Bark! Now bark! 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 You have to bark! 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 Bark!
Hooper! Is that you? Is that you, Hooper?
Bark!
Is that you? Is that you? Hooper!
Bark!
Hooper, it's me, Rossi! Hooper!
And so, yeah, you two are having your high-pitched bark off, and these 2 boys kind of hear it, and they're like, they kind of come over, and they're both like looking down the stairs into the basement, and they're like, dude, like I'm not going down in that basement. Are you shitting me? And they're kind of like arguing, and you could just hear this like dogs barking. They're like, I don't know, something's going on down there. And so finally they take out their phones with their flashlights, and they very hesitantly come down these stairs to where Hooper is like barking at the door. And they're like, and they can kind of hear the muffled barking beyond, and they're like, what's going on here? Is your buddy locked in there? Is that what's happening here?
Bark! Bark! Yes! Yes!
Meow.
Clearly! Yeah!
Meow.
They kind of make their way over, and there's like a strong kind of bolt latch up by the top of the door, and one of the boys kind of has to like reach up and grab it and like wrenches it, and it pops open with a ping, and they open the door, and from the darkness there, Rossi comes like all but tumbling out, like just about crashes into you, Hooper. And she's like, oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And the boys are like,
You're welcome.
Did you all come down there too, Meowface and Captain?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Meowface is just like weaving in between everybody's legs and purring.
Absolutely. I'm just like when I see, especially when I see our buddy, I'm just like letting out celebratory howls.
Cool. Yeah. These boys, they can't get out of this house fast enough, so they run up the stairs and Hooper, Rossi's just like talking your ear off just a mile a minute, like, oh yeah, I'm so glad. I can't believe you came and got me. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then Cap'n and Meowface, both you can give me focus rolls as you're the last to leave this basement.
9.
6.
Cool. So yeah, Kevin, you don't pick up on this, but Meowface, as everyone else is tromping off and you're heading up the stairs, you just hear a voice like so subtle it's almost would be the wind, except you're inside a house, come from behind you. It just says, Rossi. But there's no one behind you. There's like nothing behind you. Just this chilling kind of spine tingling voice in the air of this basement.
Can Meowface just run?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You just bound up the stairs, and the boys are already out and heading to their bikes. And Rossi's just like a mile a minute, like, oh my god, thank you, Hooper. I didn't think anybody was ever gonna come. Oh my god, thank you.
Get a hold of yourself.
All right.
Tell me, who was in there with you?
You know, you wouldn't believe it if I told you he was like a man, you know, like a human man, but he was like made of smoke, and he would come through the door. He didn't even have to open the door to come, and he'd sit with me and he would talk. He was talking about some other dog he knew named Pepper. Oh my god, thank you for rescuing me.
Another dog named Pepper, huh?
Smoke human. Oh, there's the smoke human behind you. There she is. It's right there.
There she is.
I've did too many weird voices. I've attracted the concerned attention from my girlfriend. Everything's fine in here. Everything's fine. Oh my god! Thank you.
My favorite was just very brief tangent. Was that I used to have a character in a D&D game that had to sing every line. And I was just in the middle of that character when like someone's wife came home one time at a place we didn't normally play, and she's already like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Hello."
Wow, what a chore you made for yourself having.
Well,
that
it was
character.
a joke. The character had to sing but never rhyme, or they would be destroyed by magic.
Wow, that's amazing.
But what I will say is that Hooper would like to use the international language of dogs to pee in the selected areas of this lawn that will allow other dogs to know smoke human.
Great. Like a warning of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I would like to ask Ross if she's okay. I'm like, are you good? Or are you... Is there
I just want to go home. I just want to get away from this place. I never should have got over the bridge. I don't know what I was thinking.
How did you get here?
I don't know. Once I got over the bridge, I got chased by this huge black dog, and then I ended up over here. And, you know, I didn't really know my way back.
The Rottweiler, we met him. We took him down very easily.
Very easy. Yeah, don't worry about him.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Let's just go home. You all know the way home, right?
Yeah, we're not going to take the bridge, though, because he's not functioning. So we're going to go the long way.
Great. And that's where we can call this adventure. I won't make you roll to find your way downtown. You successfully rescued your friend and did so in a very creative way that didn't... that was a totally outside what I expected. I love it. It was great.
Man.
How did you think we would open that door?
Well, there were a few options, but I thought there would be more of an interaction and negotiation with this spirit that lived in this house. But I mean, what was cool was that
Captain
You
has
were
the
very creative.
perfect alert humans in the area, and then our friend Meowface has the perfect automatic success on the cute critical
great.
roll.
Yep, and then
We're-
you made that. So
We're a bunch of power gamers. We're a bunch of animal power
Yeah.
gamers, and it rocks.
it was great. That was very fun. Thank you all for playing with me. And if I could just plug my game, it's on Kickstarter right now. Harlan, if you could, I don't know if you have the link. You
I
could
got
put
it.
in the
It's in the chat right now.
chat. This is a mock-up of it. It'll probably look a little better, but it's for Zine Quest. Kickstarter's doing Zine Quest, and it's where indie game designers release a game in zine format. And if you want to check it out, it's a lot like what we just
Hold
played.
on.
That's the core game.
Andrew, you're being so humble. I have to say, it is such a cool game. You've already seen such success with it, and it's I don't know about you all, but I love games that are easy to jump into, because then you can just focus on being a silly old dog instead of like the full stats. And so it was super fun to get into and learn how to play. And yeah. Did you want
Cool. Well, thanks. Yeah, it was very fun, and you all made it easy to run the game. So yeah, that was kind of the game in a nutshell. You all kind of experienced most of the game mechanics. For the
I
most
thought it was
part,
really
so
fun. I loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
me
a bunch.
too. It's such a different change of pace to play a game like this, because like all the statuses of your characters are so different, and the world is so very different than anything else you play, where you play, people.
Yeah.
People culture. It's so different. So I really loved it for that reason, because I was like, wow, this is you have to approach this differently,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could
love
listen
that.
to your conspiracy theories all day.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
the dog conspiracy theories are great.
Nice
and
touch.
that was I loved all three of those characters.
And you can just
they were
charge in.
awesome.
If you're a cat who charges in, you can just charge in.
Yeah, I love this cat just running through. Harlan, could we raid Jordan's stream?
Jordan,
Raid.
Absolutely,
Raid.
never. I would never. Absolutely, I'd be happy to do that for him.
But thank you all for watching this. We normally have a show called Better Than Heroes. It's every Monday night at 8 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Pacific. We play Dungeons and Dragons in space in the Spelljammer setting. It's a ton of fun. Harlan is the DM. He rules. And check out Stream of Blood, my other favorite streaming channel that Jared runs. There's awesome shows all the time on that as well. And keep an eye out for Claire's movie Deadly Love Letter as well.
All right,
We'll
cool.
see it.
That was fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys.
See you later.